Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Everyone here? Attention, everyone. Attention, attention, attention. All right, so we'll be starting the event in just a few minutes. So if you all can, take some seats here, or there's some places to sit there as well. And I know today is more like a standing kind of event where you can just move around. But we'll do some quick intros and then do some quick pitches, and then you can go to the founders tables as well. So please do settle down wherever you can find some space to sit. All right. Those that are in the back, I mean, if you want to maybe come a little forward, I mean, there's places here to sit as well, or, I mean, if you want to stand, that's fine too. All right, all right. How are you all doing? It's a little, how are you all doing again? Awesome, awesome, that's great. So I know it's already in the evening, getting a little, late, maybe hungry as well. So we'll try to make this event as productive as it can be today. And I'm really happy to see a lot of people, coming here tonight. So with that said, I'll try to. I mean, we have limited time today, so we'll try to get through the events as quickly as possible. Okay. And all right. So my name is Suman Poluri, and I'm the host of Austin Startup Meetup. And I usually host this meetup with my co-host, Nabiha. Nabiha? Awesome. Yeah, so we've been having this event, or this meetup, for the last 80 years now. And I'm really thankful for the crowd, the people in Austin for liking what we are doing here and come in every month. What we typically do here is, nothing really groundbreaking. I mean, we just try to have a friendly atmosphere, a small platform where people in the startup community can come together and share their ideas, what they're working on, what's working for them, what's not working for them, and share their learnings and first-hand experiences with others, so we all can see some great companies come out of Austin. We all want to see everyone else in the founder community prosper, and that's what we try to facilitate, that interactions. And with that said, we do a lot of a variety of events throughout the year. Mostly we do kind of like a lightning pitch and quick networking events. And beyond that, we also have speaking sessions and other things that we do offer, where we bring in some subject matter experts or people that have founded startups, exited, and all those things to come here and share their experiences as well. With that said, today's event is a little special. Usually, before South by Southwest happens, I mean, I know all the crazy crowds come to Austin, and then there's, it's hard to get in and out of downtown, so we want to kind of like just be a little ahead of that, the week of South by Southwest, and then, try to facilitate for some of the startups and founders that cannot, buy the South by Southwest tickets and then go to all that stuff. I mean, we try to facilitate that, showcase here in and from the group. I mean, most of the startups here are from the Austin Startup Meetup group. So, the idea today is to kind of like have those startups. There's some unique startups here, some wonderful startups across the spectrum. I mean, not just software startups. There's like some hardware startups, some kind of there's educational, there's testing related, there's billiards related. A lot of startups across the spectrum. So, what I would like to encourage you all to do is, like, as you talk to these founders, as you learn more about what these founders are doing, what these startups are, I would encourage you to either, if it's a software service, sign up to that. If it's a hardware platform or something like that, try it out if you can. And if you like it, that's great. I mean, you can spread the word to your friends and family or in your circles. If you don't like it, that's still fine. I mean, just come talk to the founder and say why you didn't like it and give some feedback, some positive feedback. So that way they can iterate upon that and then make their products more better and enhance their customer experience and things like that. So we want that kind of like feedback and word of mouth, spreading the word about these startups so that they can get more customers. They can achieve what they're trying to achieve, because some of these startups may be looking for some additional help, maybe looking for some connections that they don't have in their team. So if you have any of those connections, if you have any of those any of the skills where you can help those startups, by all means, I mean, make those connections, and then even beyond the event, beyond this room, once you go out of this room tonight, I mean, make those or keep those connections alive, and help each other, and we'll all see some great startups come out of Austin. So that's basically what we all want. I mean, it's a rising tide. We all benefit from that. So with that said, I'll just run through a quick few slides, and we'll go to the startups to bring them on to pitch, and then we can go to that showcase event. Okay. All right. So firstly, for those that are new here, just a quick show of hands who are new to Austin. All right. So who's new to Capital Factory? All right. So that's great. So for those that are new to Capital Factory, I mean, you're at the right place. I mean, this is where a lot of events happen that are related to the entrepreneurial community. They call this, the hub, the gravity, center of gravity of Austin entrepreneurship. So there's a lot of programs that they do. They have a venture program. There's a regular community membership where you can get access to mentors, advisors, and other folks. There's also co-working space, and for those that want to host events, there's also opportunities to do that as well. So do check out more about Capital Factory at capitalfactory.com. And also they have a newsletter they send out, Austin Tech Live newsletter. So if you want to be in loop of all the events that are happening here, do subscribe to that as well. And our second sponsor, Founder Dash, is trying to build some tools to make building startups easy. So they are just launching their first product, or first set of tools. So do check out founderdash.com. And this month, they're also introducing a introductory offer for $9.99 to get a comprehensive business report. You can just use the coupon code intro999 and try it out. And I think they also have it on their website. So you can just put your idea and get some a comprehensive analysis of what your idea is, and all the stages of a startup. And I think they're building more tools to make it much more easier to do market research and all other things too. So with that said, that's founderdash.com. And the third sponsor, JetBrains, we will do a raffle today, and one lucky person will be going out with a 100% free subscription for 1 year for any of JetBrains products. You can use any of their IDEs, tools, whatever you want, for 1 year. And we'll do a raffle midway through the program. All right, so we also publish a blog for the events that happen in Austin in the startup scene. So do check out our blog, austinstartupmeetup.com. It also has today's slides. It also has local events that are coming up. For those that are applying to accelerators and incubator programs, there's also the deadlines and links to that. And any other things that are happening in the ecosystem here, any startups that got funded, any launches, mergers, and other things. And also there's other organizations in this startup ecosystem here that may be publishing some news and other things. So you'll find all that information there. All right, so this is generally the flow of the event today. We'll do a quick intro, and then we'll go to the pitches and the showcases. We'll do a raffle, and then by 8:30 we'll try to wind up and or wind down and get out of this room, because I think they have a big event starting tomorrow, and then they want to get the spaces organized again. So with that said, a quick view of upcoming deadlines. There is SKU for people that are in the retail space, retail CPG space. I mean, just take a look at that. Sputnik and Health Wildcatters. I mean, there's some applications coming up due, so do check them out. And I'll also share this, as I said, like in the blog as well, so you can find all these slides and all these links there too. Again, like some upcoming events, South by Southwest is something that everyone knows. There's also some developer conferences as well, like PyTexas and DevOps. And then there's also SaaS conference, SaaS Talk USA, which is also happening in Austin this time. And then there's also a few marketing and other digital, digital marketing and CRM-related events as well. So again, like plenty of accelerators and incubator programs here. I'm more than happy to share that information later, but I just wanted to say there's one for every niche, one for every sector, so you can easily find all that information, as well as the VC firms, and there's a lot of VCs and syndicates as well here. So with that said, I'll just, again, like today's time is limited, so I'll just run through these slides quickly. I won't talk too much about these things. What we want to do is, like, we want to know more about the startups that came here to showcase. So with that said, let me go. Again, like the next event is, we always meet the first Monday every month, so Monday, April 7th is the next event. All right, today's featured startups. I mean, there's 16, 17 startups actually today. We'll give each startup a quick 3 to 5 minute pitch to come here, give a quick pitch, and then go back to their tables. And then there's not going to be any Q&A session on the stage. The idea is that they'll give a quick view of what their startup is, and then you go to their tables after the pitches are done, and then talk more deeply about their startup and learn more about their team and all those things at the tables. All right. Who's ready for pitches now? Awesome. All right. So if you notice around the room, there's tables where each of the startups has set up their their wares and then their swag and all those things. So there's startups all the way around the room here until there. So do keep an eye on which founder you want to talk to more after the pitches, and you can go to those tables and talk to them. Okay. So we'll probably start with my right side and sweep the room all the way to the left. And so we'll start with Barrier app. All right.
It's always great being the first person up. Everyone, my name's Demetrius Harris. As Suman just said, yeah. The app is called Barrier. It's around connecting people for personalized recommendations based on their location. So, I find myself, going out to new cities, and I like to travel. I'm a design engineer by trade, but outside of that, I like to travel. I like to explore new things. Enjoy new food experiences. I like to explore and a lot of different things there. Oh, hey everyone. Yeah, so like I said, I like to explore. I like to see new things, and I keep finding myself when I go to new cities and traveling with friends, whether that's family, whatever it is. I want to, I more so wish that I had someone in that city who can just point me right to where the things that I want to see, that they know me, they know what I like, they know what I don't like. If I'm I like to stay out late, like to wake up early. If I like hikes, dietary restrictions, if I'm vegan, things like that, and just directly speak to a person who has experience with those same things. So what Barrier does is I take that information from every user who signs up, and I take that information from their profile and I match them to a user in that location who's either a local or someone who has been to that place and is familiar with that place. I find some of my best experiences are from recommendations. So, I've put together the app to, satisfy selfishly some of my own needs. But everyone I do speak to about it, they kind of feel that same sentiment, right? So, I've got the app currently. It's in the beta phase. Have about 35 users on it currently. And in light of South by Southwest, it's opening up to the public. So my goal here is just to kind of get the word out, also, but get to know some other founders who are going through the same things. It's a one-man team here. Any advice or how people get sponsors for events and things like that. All things you don't know until you know. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. And Barrier is right there. And next we'll go to Every AI. Oh, yeah. Let me do that. You send it to the same email?
Nice crowd. It's good to see. Honestly, it's good to see so many people here. It's like, I love being up here. I love talking before you guys because everybody's just so cool. Like I've met so many people, and everybody I talk to it's good to meet you and stuff. Yeah. This guy, what a good guy, huh? Yeah. Bringing us all together, huh? Yeah. He's finding my pitch. Normally I just kind of like freestyle, but this time it's actually on a thing. I'm actually really excited. I've got something for everybody here, so you want to have your phones handy because I'm going to show you some QR codes and stuff. All right. Hey. No, that's the last slide. All right, okay. All right, so, hello. You didn't see that last slide. Every AI. I'm Kurt Tamilonis. I'm the co-founder of Every AI. You can find us at every-llm.com, but you don't need to worry about that. We are a multi-LLM reasoning framework. And basically, you think about, you use ChatGPT, Anthropic, Perplexity, Grok AI, all those different companies. You can just come to our platform and sign up for one account and use all the different platforms and all that they offer. But there's a whole lot more than that. How many people in here, just curious, have a business and you have a website? Okay, a good amount. How many here have a business and you have an app? All right, a little bit less maybe. And lastly, how many here ever go on ChatGPT and just chat on AI? Right, like everybody. Okay, so these are our three markets for clients. So chatbots are something that we built to go on your website, and it's very easy to set up. You just drop in your URL, and it will visit your website and scrape all the data, visit all the page URLs, scrape all that data. All that data gets processed and summarized through a system using RAG. And then when the I went ahead of myself. Let me start over here. Father and son co-founders. I want to get to this slide. That's me. This is my co-founder, my son, and he's 21. He's been coding since he was 16. He kind of followed along with me. A little bit about myself, decade as a senior engineer, 8 years as a founder prior to that in the transport industry, and about 7 years in consulting for businesses. And these are some clients that I've written code that's currently being used, some open source gems. My son here, who's my co-founder, he has a YouTube channel. And first opportunity for your phone is, if you want to learn how to program anything, scan this QR code and subscribe to his channel. He's probably the best teacher. Based on the comments that people put on his videos, he's the best teacher out there teaching Ruby on Rails today. And also, if you ever want to work at our company, you'll definitely want to learn the way that we code stuff. So you could scan that QR code. All right. Now, this is me a couple weeks ago in Austin, Texas, where we are now, at our data center. We host our private LLMs in the data center, and we have a philosophy: small models, low-level inference, practical business applications. So you hear a lot of money. In fact, it's crazy. Like, they're spending $400 billion this year on AI stuff, and they're only going to make probably like 250 billion. So they're spending a lot on this gear. But what we do is we take the gear that they're getting rid of that still works great, and we put it to great use. Practical business applications, like AI chatbots. So on our site, you can create yourself a new chatbot. That's what I was talking about before. We trained on your website. We RAG it. And the cool thing is that, this actually, I built this because of somebody in here that I met in January when I spoke, and they had a yoga studio, and they said, the problem is I have kids, and I don't want to always be answering all my clients' questions, the same ones over and over again. Can you put a chatbot on my site? It's like, yeah, super easy. So you can customize it. You can embed it on your site. You can't really see that, but there's a script tag down there. We have two versions. One's the pop-up chat, and one's the inline chat. Another cool thing about the chat is it'll store the chat info, so as the business owner, you can go and see who's chatted. We have an option button. You can summarize all the chats, so instead of looking through the chats to figure out what they said, you can just read the summaries. And we also have an option to collect contacts and leads. It'll it'll basically inform the chatbot. It's allowed to take emails, phone numbers, things like that, and it'll surface them for you. All this for $20 a month. So this is our product, basically. You sign up for an account, and you can get access to everything that I've talked about. Access all the GPTs. Like, for example, 4.5 is out right now, but you can't use it on the mobile app, but you can use it on our app. You can clone voices. This is a feature that I spent the last week working on. You've probably heard of a company called 11 Labs. They do really good voice cloning. So I built a Ruby open source wrapper for their site. You can check it out. It's Ruby Gems, 11 Labs, and I maintain that. Anyways, that's going in the app. All this stuff is going in the app. Most of it, I'd say 99% of it is already there. Just the voice cloning is going to be live next week. All right, so you've been such a great audience. Monthly revenue target. So our business has a goal to get 5,000 users, and that's going to represent revenue of $100,000 a month, right? And you're like, good for you, right? No, I want to share it with you guys. Tonight only, I'm going to open up so that anybody in this room can become an affiliate and earn some money, right? How much money, you say? How about 25%? Forever. So bring some accounts. Well, you have to sign up first, of course, but bring accounts. I'll get you a link. And if you have a YouTube channel, I know a lot of times we get YouTubers floating around here, just throw the link on your channel. That could represent, like, who knows how much money, Who's paying you $5 for everybody that signs up for ChatGPT, right? So here's how you can do that. Yeah, click it, because it's a good deal, man. 25%, like, if I get 5,000 users and just one of you guys decides to go crazy and bring it in, you could bring 25,000 a month in forever. I think it's a cool thing. All right, so investors. There's probably some investors here who are interested in owning an AI company that's going to go global, or part of it anyways. We're raising a runway of 100K at 1 million pre-money valuation. So if you're an investor, you probably know what that means. And scan this if you want to do that. I'm looking for the phone. Who's scanning? All right. Anyways, thank you, guys. I hope I didn't take too much time.
Right, there you go. Austin's own LLM company here. So yeah, do subscribe to that. And then again, like $20 a month. I mean, try it out. I mean, you all probably use ChatGPT. I mean, we can use one of our Austin's own services and give some boost to one of our founders. So try it out. All right. So next we have Tailored You.
Hey, everyone. Good evening. I'm Hiram, co-founder of Tailored You. where we're revolutionizing digital learning by making it personal, practical, and powerful. Today, businesses spend billions of dollars a year to train their employees. Yet, studies show that 70% of what's learned is never applied. Why is that? It's because courses are one size fits all, they're generic, disengaging, and lack real-world context. Tailored U is different. Imagine a learning environment where every module is tailored to your unique role in industry. Whether you're looking to upskill for your current job or pivot into a new field, Tailored U ensures that what you learn is not only retained, but immediately applicable in the real world. Our solution solves three critical issues. It reduces wasted training investments, cuts through irrelevant content, and keeps learners engaged with dynamic and interactive lessons. We're using AI to deliver personalized industry-specific learning experiences to disrupt a $20 billion industry. To drive this vision forward, we have our founding team, which is myself and my co-founder's not here, Mike. We came up with this idea for Tailored U while we're pursuing our MBAs at MIT. Over the past few months, we've delivered and launched our pilot, which is an intro to sports analytics course, which was designed by Mike, who is a director of the Houston Rockets in analytics. We just launched a few weeks ago, and we were able to get around 300 users engaged, which helped validate that there is demand for better and more meaningful learning. We're building Tailored U to transform digital learning from generic to industry-specific, starting with sports and expanding to other sectors. And we're seeking investors, partnerships, and advisors to help accelerate our growth and help more users bridge the gap between skills and real-world application. So let's connect if you're interested in helping us reshape professional education. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you, Hiram. And that's Tailored U, and their desk is there. Next we have, let's see, there was a startup that was coming in there, maybe not, okay. Let's go to Subseq, all right.
Well, howdy, y'all. I don't know if I have any Aggies out there. I know I'm in UT territory, but every time I get up on stage, I want to say howdy, and then everybody back says howdy. Anyways, so I work at a company called Subseq. We are automating everything from plan to code. And so I'm really interested right now. I'm sure I'm talking to a lot of software developers, but who out here is a software developer of your own? If you could raise your hand for me. Okay, yeah. So I know a lot of our businesses rely on this. Subseq is built by engineers and product managers. And what we've found by going through our process and talking to a lot of our clients is that 50% of the developers that we talk to lose half of their week to the product management process. So 20 hours of a 40-hour work week is gone because they have to ticket write, they have to plan sprint plans, and they have to create project estimates, which, by the way, are human-based, and they're not actually based on any data whatsoever. And so what happens, projects end up becoming, they become very expensive, and project deadlines don't actually get met. So the current way of fixing this is, as many of you know, Atlassian Jira, or any other types of product management tools that engineers can go into and update manually. But what if there was a way that you could implement automation into that entire process so that the engineer no longer has to manually enter things, but instead it automatically would talk to your repositories and would update projects in real time? That's what we do. So we have solved this in that way, and we are continuously iterating to get to the point where it can fully automate the entire product management, and we aspire to eventually get to the code generation part as well. So, and that's exactly what we're doing here today. So we're here to show you guys Subseq, and we're seeking investors who want to help us get to that journey of full automation. We're seeking $500,000 for a specific percentage of the company. If you are an investor and you'd like to know, we can talk in the back. We'd love to talk to you and learn more. But yeah, ultimately, we are Subsec, and we're happy to be here today talking to you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. And Subsec is right over there. And next we have Context QA.
Hello? Yeah. So yeah, I'm Heath, representing Context QA. Context QA is AI-driven low-code, no-code software testing platform where we help companies to bring their product to the market faster without writing single line of code. And I would like to thank Suman first for giving this opportunity to where we can present our company. In last year, over $2.4 million has been lost due to poor software quality, and 50% of them, like total development effort, have been spent into testing. Where we help Context QA with AI agents to design for businesses to bring their product faster, and we'll show you how. So this is our new feature called Context QA Insight, where we help sorry? Oh, no. Oh, it doesn't have sound. For some reason, it doesn't have sound. Can I just share you one more link? Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Sorry guys, technical difficulties. Oh, there it is. Okay, I think this is one. Let's see. You guys, this can Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I think AirPlay, they probably will be sound. Okay, yeah.
I have just one more link you can drop.
Okay. Same email. So, yeah. Because it won't be sound, that's okay. We cannot play sound through the AirPlay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think there's another link. We'll try, but I don't know if. Okay.
Introducing one more advanced feature of Context QA Insights. With introducing one more advanced feature of Context QA.
Okay. Sorry, sound is not there. So I'll explain it. So
Insights.
yeah, this is our new feature called Context QA Insights. So Context QA Insights helps to transform data into a actionable decision with real-time insights, and with that you can discover user behavior, ensure thorough coverage, and receive fresh test recommendations, which can elevate your testing process.
Let's get started.
So
Step 1. Install and use the
There is
Chrome
sound.
extension and portal. Navigate to Chrome Web Store.
yeah.
Add extension to Chrome. Make it pinned. Go to Context QA Portal. Click on Test Development section. Click on Element section. Step 2. Create a screen. Click on plus icon and provide screen name and valid URL. It will provide you insights according to your target URL. Now just click on Insights option. You will see 4 options in this. First is Activity. It will provide you test case suggestion according to your user activity on that particular page. Second is Gap. It will check the gap from that activity. How many scenario we have created and which is not created yet. It will create a suggested test case for you. You just need to click on Create will create a test case immediately. Third is Heat Map. It will provide heat map view about your user activity as well as your test coverage. Once you click on this, it will open the extension and navigate to your target URL. Here you will explore 2 key outcomes. One is User Activity Insights. Understand which areas of your application are most utilized by users. These insights help identify high-impact areas to focus your testing efforts. 2 is Test Coverage Insights. Evaluate how much of the user activity has been automated so far, ensuring thorough and balanced test coverage. Fourth and last is User Segments. In this, it will provide you more information about browser, country, devices, and operating system, which is mostly used by users. These suggestions will appear directly in your integrated Slack channel or email account for keeping you updated and aligned with your testing goals. We're thrilled to showcase more features. Reach out to us for a demo or to explore further. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be there. If you have any questions, you can come and we'll show you the live demo. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry for those. Sorry for that technical difficulties earlier, but Context QA is there. They're doing pretty great. I mean, I think the last time I've seen them was like maybe last year or the year before. Last year, right? So, and they're going through a tremendous growth phase right now. They're also going through a couple of great accelerator programs. So I'm sorry? Oh, UC Berkeley's Skydive, right? Okay, awesome. So yeah, if you're also, any of founders here that want to know about accelerator programs and things like that, also talk to them because they're actually going through one and learn some insights about going through programs like that. So that's Context QA. That's Heath Bird sitting there. And then next we have PeerView AI.
Thank you. All right, how many people here own a business? Raise your hand. How many people here want to own a business? Raise your hands. All right, pretty good, right? I mean, this is probably the target market. Now, how many of you want to go and open a restaurant or a coffee shop or a hair salon or an auto repair shop? Oh, we actually have a few people. I was a bit afraid that no one was going to raise their hand on that because unlike what we're doing here in the founder space, a lot of Americans every day are starting up new businesses that require them to put their life savings and take out big loans in order to go and pursue their dreams, to pursue that American dream of owning your own business. But it's really, really risky, right? You're going and taking a lot of money out of your bank accounts, you're taking on a lot of debt, you're getting a lease, you're hiring employees, you're taking a chance on a market that you don't know a whole lot about. And there's a lot of people who will try to help you here, but their help is limited too, because they can tell you maybe how much it costs to go and set up the equipment and get the inventory and staffing. They can tell you what the profit margins might go and be like for your business. They can tell you what similar businesses to yours maybe in other cities might make as a comparison. But what really matters to you if you're starting up a new business in a new town is if you need $1 million a year in revenue in order to break even, you need to know, is your business going to make $1 million a year? Because if it doesn't, you're going to have to go and shut down. And the easiest way to figure that out is to simply go to every other business in that town that's in that same industry of yours and ask them, how much do you make? I mean, wouldn't that be wonderful if they gave you the correct answer? If you could just go up to all of your competitors and be like, oh, you make $1 million, you make $2 million, you make $500,000, you could sit down and you could go and aggregate it all together and you could figure out, does this make sense or not? Unfortunately, most people are not that kind to incoming competitors. They're not going to sit down and walk through their financial statements. So that's where peer review AI comes in. I have a background in small business lending, and in particular, trying to go and find weird and unusual data sets that I can use to go and answer esoteric questions about underwriting. I use this to help make banks a few percentage points better on their underwriting and their fraud and their marketing strategies. And what I'm doing now is I'm giving this back, for a fee, of course, to people who are looking to start their business to let them know, hey, you're trying to go and start this business, you're trying to go and start this donut shop in town, you need $1 million a year in revenue to break even, but guess what? Every other donut shop in town is hovering around 750K. You're gonna need to pull out multiple miracles in order to make your donut shop viable. Maybe you should go to that town where the donut shops there are making $2 million a year in revenue. That's a place where you could screw up and still be successful. Who wants to go and play life on hard mode when you could play life on easy mode, especially when you have, an SBA loan in the background and a personal guarantee weighing on you? So I go and use this data that I've gone and worked with, particularly credit card data. I'm happy to talk about it at my booth there. And I use a bunch of AI tools in the background to answer the is a taco a sandwich problem at scale, because that's really what it comes down to in order to do this cheaply and effectively for people. If you're gonna go and take out a huge loan and put your bank account on the line, you don't wanna also have to go and drop $50,000 to go and get some consultant to tell you an answer, right? You want an answer that's cheap and fast and accurate. And that's what we here at Peer Review AI are working towards. And we're expanding this not just, of course, to individual people looking to start a business, but we're also looking for development groups. There's one group that wants to go and remake 6th Street and kind of rename it from its current reputation to something a bit more family-friendly, for example. So we're hoping to go and work with them to be able to go and provide them what businesses would be most profitable to put here that will be successful and viable, and to kind of steadily scale this up. So that's what we do at Peer Review AI. I'm currently, looking for a technical co-founder who's willing to go and join me on this journey and has their own ideas and own access to unique and weird data sets. We're not currently looking to investors, but if any investor wants to chat, there's some interesting things you could do with more money. And of course, if anyone in particular has relationships, particularly with the franchise world, happy to go and chat with you there. The franchise world is desperately in need of this capabilities because it's a lot of pushing there from everyone, and I don't want to go and dump on anyone's dreams, but I do want to make sure that when they do fulfill their dream, they actually, are happy about it 5 years later, and they don't go and make a tragic mistake now that could have been averted. So that's what we do at Peer Review AI. Thank you so much.
Awesome, thank you. And Peer Review AI is right over there, and talking about easy mode, making businesses easy, I think we have another startup now making the innovation side of businesses pretty easy. I think it's Marcus, Deep Invent AI. All right, so let's bring in Marcus with Deep Invent AI.
Hi guys, Marcus Weller. I'm the CEO of Deep Invent. So the way that this got started is, so Deep Invent is, it's an AI that can invent new intellectual property. It's creative, and it has intuition. So it's a bold claim, but I'm gonna explain to you how this all works and how it got started. So the way that it generates new intellectual property is that it'll start with an idea, and then based on just that idea alone, it will pull in information about the idea, about the industry in which that idea exists, as well as all the relevant scientific literature up to the minute, and all the prior art that's related to it. And it will pull that into a knowledge graph. Then with that information, it'll identify the white space, or the under-innovated low-density regions in that knowledge graph, and it will generate new intellectual property in that white space. And that intellectual property will be high non-obviousness, high novelty, and high utility, which are the criteria that the USPTO uses to evaluate patentability. Just in December, we got the architecture up to a certain threshold, which was we wanted to see if it could start, innovating new intellectual property, and specifically if it could innovate on its own architecture. So we wanted to test it on something that we knew and understood really well, which was itself, that we had been building on it for 9 months leading up to that point. So we fed it its own product definition, and we asked it to innovate on itself. And not only did it do that, but there was something in my handwritten notebook that was the only place that it existed, was handwritten in my engineering notebook. That was the product of 8 months of thinking about it, falling asleep thinking about it, waking up thinking about it, researching it ad nauseum. And that was recursive evolutionary regression. It was a style of predictive modeling to predict where the white space would be based on the knowledge graph. And it would use this evolutionary algorithm to breed the best ideas and to generate them. So the system on its first run, it came up with something that we called recursive evolutionary inference. And so that's this deeper processing that happens at inference using this genetic algorithm. And so that day, we were able to continue on with the process, which I'll show you in a moment here, and file the patent that it had come up with. So that day, it became the first AI to innovate on its own architecture and patent itself. And so with that, we knew that we had something here that we wanted to be able to provide to the rest of the ecosystem, specifically startups. That's a thing that's near and dear to my heart. It's an addiction. This is my 5th startup. So with that, I'm just going to show you a little bit about how it works. This QR code, very important. We're going to give free access to everyone in this room. You're going to get a free week. The compute is on us. Be patient. The last time we showed this, which was the very first time, basically everybody signed up, so we had to kind of fortify the security infrastructure and get the system ready for the onslaught of compute that we had to burden. So within a week or two, you'll have access and you'll be able to catch your IP up. So all the work in progress that you have, things that you've been innovating on, that you've been meaning to get patents on file, you'll be able to do that with this in one sitting in about 30 minutes. And then you'll be able to start innovating something new. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Innovation made simple. So that's great. All right. So next we have Footbit.live. Akshay, right? Yep. Akshay from Footbit.live. So let's get the, let's see, maybe I have one of the, I think you sent it to me, right? Oh, probably in the spam. Oh, that was, okay, let me go there. I think it was to the other one. Yeah, I think I pull it there. Yep. There it is. Let me actually download this so you can present it from here.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'll start by asking, how many of you run? Or actually, don't actually bother. It's Austin. Everyone runs here, right? Yeah, there are millions of running clubs here. But, not a fun fact, actually, but by the time I will end this pitch, around 300 runners in US alone would have faced some kind of injuries. Because the fact is, out of 50 million, 50% of runners have some kind of injury every year, and most of them is because of overuse of knees, ankles, or your hip joint. Now you have wearables. All of runners wear wearables. They tell you, hey, you ran 10 miles today. But they never tell you how well you ran. They never tell you that the last mile you were running like shit, and because of that, your foot is actually no more about to work. Like tomorrow is going to be a very painful day for you. How do I know this? Well, I'm a runner myself. And for 2 decades, I suffered in pain when I tried to run, and nobody was able to tell me why I did that. Because for a very simple reason, that nobody actually saw me running. Therefore, I came up with Footbit. It's a physical AI for runners. It combines physical technology, that is a wearable device, with the power of AI. So what do? We give you real-time feedback. So we give you insights when you are running, not after you have run. Because as the old saying goes, there's no knowledge in telling a person he's dead after he has died. So we tell you the running feedback when you are doing it. We also have a gait companion called Footbot. So the Footbot gets data from your sock, as well as all your historical performance. We also integrate other variables like Aura, Vogue, you name it, we integrate it. So all of that combined, you get a single conversational agent, which has all your information and can help you train better. You can ask questions with it. Hey, why is my knee hurting? It probably responds something like, because you ran in a very bad shape yesterday. You can ask even more further questions, which runners usually think when they're running. What's the meaning of life, And it usually answers very well with that as well. So we have a mobile app, and this is our screenshots. We did quite a lot of market validation. We started this idea at a Yale CBID hackathon. It's one of the biggest bio hackathons in the US, and we did win a prize there. We also sponsored running events in Naples, Florida, and we also showcased the prototype at Austin Tech Week. We have done multiple pilots with actual users, and this has been endorsed by podiatrists, by biomechanical engineers. Yep. So partners, as I said, we have done biomechanical validation at Penn State University. We have now some vision-based companies who are partnering with us to use this technology for elderly care, especially for fall detection and fall prevention. Because we are tracking both the feet, we are able to get balance metrics, and hence our fall detection is way better than any other wearable in the market right now. We are also developing a B2B model for trainers to help them train better, because they get more information about their students, and they can give them real-time insights. Our market size is huge. As I said, everyone in Austin runs. A lot of people like running. So yeah, I don't need to actually explain this. We really have a big market there. As for competitors, there's a company called Sensoria. They tried making smart socks, but the issue is that their socks were not very comfortable to wear. So our socks is very simple. It's a normal sock. You just get a little device like an Apple AirTag stuck to it, and that's it. The sock is very simple. It's very comfortable to wear. I run with it. We have done a lot of pilots, so yeah, it is comfortable. As I said, beyond running, we have a lot of use case, especially in elderly care, and that's the one I'm most excited about. We are doing fall detection, fall prevention, and eventually, we can even do early diagnosis of disease like Parkinson's, because such neurodegenerative diseases have a specific signal when it comes to walking. So yeah, we do a D2C subscription model or a B2B subscription model. That's what we are here. For B2B, it's for trainers, gyms, for elderly care facilities. For D2C, it's people like you and me. So from here, my ask is, if you are a gym trainer or you know someone who's training, who's running run clubs, please scan the partner interest form. We are already working with some partners in Austin, and we'd like to expand more. And if you are into age tech, you take care of elderly, or you know some elderly care facilities who would love to connect, who would love this technology integrated into the system, that's the second QR code for. With this, I will end my presentation. My name is Akshay Kumar Gupta. I'm the CEO and co-founder. And I've been doing software engineering and all this for 7 years. I hold a master's degree. And my co-founder, she's a CTO. She used to work as a machine learning engineer at Amazon. So she's building all the cloud, all the machine learning algorithms that we have here. So thank you for your time. And once again, these are the QR forms.
Thank you, Akshay. Better running. I leave it. I love it. Let's see. I think we have next Shri from mylegacy.ai. Open that.
Hello. All right, it's going to be a PDF. So I'm Sri Chintala, CEO, co-founder of mylegacy.ai. Sorry, I need to. Someone, how do I? Okay. Windows user, I guess. So I want to start off with a personal story of mine. I lost my classmate, close friend, about a year and a half ago. I didn't get to know about that this happened to him, and few hours left for his funeral. The problem was most of our friends didn't know about this incident because the family did not have access to his phone list, friends list, or nothing of that nature, so only few of us could make it. So number one problem, if something happens to us, how does the family access critical information? It's as simple as our friends lists, as simple as our anything that's sitting on the phone. Till date, this family is still struggling to find out their assets that he invested in, some crypto assets, some cash investments he made, and so on. So this is a most ignored problem, but a really big problem for most families, all of us. One question for you guys. I know we have a lot of youngsters here, may not think about it. If something were to happen to any of your family members, are they protected? Do you face the same situation? Do you feel that you face the same situation? How many of you feel that? Some of you, most of you are protected, or still processing that question, I guess. Okay. So every family, every person needs a lot of information when something happens to them. We store everything on our digital devices, the phones, devices. We store our passwords, we store our assets, crypto assets. Any crypto investors here? Austin got to be pretty hot. So you write down your passwords and secure that paper. Thank you. Good luck with that. So anyways, the photos, videos, and the story goes on. How do you safeguard those things? How do you make sure that your family or loved ones have access to them, especially in the times of the need, right? We have built a ultra-secure, hacker, and quantum-resistant vault to solve this problem, right? So we start off with a workflow that addresses every single issue in this whole ecosystem. I have only 2 minutes, so I'm not going to go through that process, but we invented quite a few things in here. Start off with the legacy score. Last year, right, Suman? February, we announced legacy score. We just invented that. We filed the patent. Now we are actually launching it in a week or so. The entire platform, whatever that you see in here. So legacy score is like your credit score for your legacy and estate planning needs. In 30 seconds, I challenge you everyone to tell me if you can do that in 30 seconds. Sign up, get your legacy score. It'll give you a recipe on what you need to do related to your estate planning. Very simple, basic formula that you can do that for me. And then you can get on with your asset portfolio, very unique product, it is service within that. 2 things if you can remember, emergency vault, emergency binder. You tag all your critical assets to be available for your family, whoever that you wanted to, family members, business partners, whoever, and they can have access to it. There is more security checks and bounds into that, but that is one very unique product out of the 12 patents we have pending on our platform. And then the secrets vault, which is specifically built for crypto NFT assets to safeguard your seed phrases, important files, and passwords on that. And then the inheritance of your online accounts and your time capsule. That's kind of our feature stack. So somebody was asking, how are you different from Trust and Will or Good Trust or other companies? So if you were to do this in the market today, you have to jump through 6 different platforms and make sure that your family knows about those access as well. Yet, the security on these platforms are table stake. Everybody calls about military grade security. Basic 256-bit encryption. Nothing, it's not enough. So we go many layers beyond that security to offer this vault, to offer these to the consumers. Now, if you can remember 3 things, 3 differentiators for us. 1, all-in-one platform, comprehensive. There's nothing else in the market today that offers everything under one roof. Number two, the vault that we have built. We spent over 2 years building this vault for safeguarding your assets. It can safeguard your seed phrases, passwords, and files as well. And it has a built-in delegation mechanism into that, meaning you designate the vault to your family members or business partners. After the death, they would have access to your vault. Until then, they do not have it. There's no backdoor to it, right? Especially crypto folks are worried about government knocks on your door, you want to release the passwords. We do not. There's no backdoor into that. Third, we use Gen AI to make it very easy. Why estate planning is so complex, people don't even do it or don't even think about it, because you have to talk to an attorney, spend money and time to do that. We made it extremely simple to do that. Of course, our chatbot is still broken. So we're going to fix that before the release, but that's where we are, the differentiation comes in. 2 more pointers. Security, I think I already talked about it. We don't touch your secrets. We don't see it. We don't store it. How do we do that? That is the magic, right? If you store it, somebody can steal it. We don't even store that, but we only reconstruct passwords on demand. Down, Gen AI, I already talked about it. Every day, 11,000 people are turning adults, and they need solutions, and that's where they go to us. The market is huge. We are launching in 5 different countries. US, obviously, we have partnerships in place with Australia, UK, Canada, and India. Those are the primary markets that we're going after, a $1 trillion legal industry. So the ask for you guys, one, you can sign up, like I think I challenged you 30 seconds, sign up for Legacy Score and see what it gives you, and I would love the feedback. So we're actually offering $50 gift certificate. Who wants $50 check certificates? We are collecting user feedback on our platform. Please do ping me afterwards. And that is very important for us because we built this for you, for me, and for all of us. So if you don't feel this useful, there's no point in going live. So we're collecting that user feedback from a consumer point of view, and we are actually going after B2B2C. That's our go-to-market strategy. We have 4 of the top 5 insurance companies are interested in taking this to the employee channels program, so that's going to happen in the next few months. Estate attorneys obviously are interested in partnering with us because now the crypto market is blown up. Every person is asking, what do I do with these assets? What happens if I hit by the bus, and who gets the money? Nobody gets it unless you plan for it. That's where this comes into picture. And then family offices and RIAs. Early traction, we have about 100 employers. It's in our network that are interested in launching it. As soon as we launch it in the next, I think, week to 10 days, we're going to go live with that. And then attorneys are piloting with our solution. Then we go on to the wealth managers. An amazing team in place. I'm going to skip that part. And the advisors, so it's built by the wealth managers and estate attorneys on that. That's it. Love to chat with you guys. Really want to understand how this is applicable to you. Even if you don't like it, please come and tell me what parts I want to understand all that. Thank you so much. Thanks, Suman, for hosting it.
Thank you, Sri. Really important aspect of everyone's lives. I mean, it's great to see that you're tackling that. All right, next we have Belite.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Blake Martin. I'm the founder and inventor of Belite. Belite is the first ever patented light-up pool table and gaming system, basically the Topgolf of pool. It is LED lights that you put between the bumper and the table, connect your phone with it to control it. There are a bunch of brand new games. You can call what pocket you're going for. There's a timer, a scoreboard for more competitive players. If you don't know how to play pool very well, there's a feature called Shot Guide, and somebody who does know how to play pool can give you a little target to aim for and help you out there. I launched the product at the end of November. It is now in 6 pool table retail stores, and I just got a partnership with one of the largest pool table manufacturers in the world to go to the big pool table expo at the end of March and talk with all the retailers in the United States. So I'm really excited to get it out there into a lot more stores, and some of the biggest pool players on social media have also adopted this, and everybody in the industry thinks that this is the next big thing. So I'm really excited to get this out. I would love to connect with anybody who has launched a consumer product before and just learn how you marketed it and how you got it out there. That would be awesome. And if you want to learn more, if you have a pool table and you're excited about it, come check it out. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Blake. Who doesn't love pool? That's awesome. All right, next we have Gale Project. And for that, we'll get Jay to come in. while my while my Gmail is scanning for viruses. There it is. All right.
Thank you, everybody. Hey, let's give everybody else a round of applause first. You guys stuck it out, and everybody was great. So, good job, everybody. All right, so I'm going to keep this really short and simple for you. But Jay Kreiner, founder and COO of Gale Project. I'm a 6-time startup, 4 exit, and also featured on Shark Tank. I can't let that one down, right? All right, so Gale Project. Gale Project is an innovation lab. We're going to scroll through this pretty quickly for you. What we do is we've created the world's first remote monitoring station that has its own internal drone deployment capability. And what does that really mean? So, you can see here we're starting to stack up some of the advisors. We got FAA, an aviation advisor. No relation, Mr. Major Paul Kreiner. A problem what we're going to solve here is remote access during emergency situations. We're not talking about maybe downtown, but we're talking about outside of town across the entire US or world. If there is an emergency situation somewhere, how do first responders access information to appropriately deploy? Well, with a monitoring station that is tied into our infrastructure already, we can do that. We have telephone poles everywhere. Might as well stick one of these on top that can monitor the situation. Now that's thermal, that's going to be sensors for weather, seismic, everything around it, it can collect and understand what's going on. Now, if we can, or it can autonomously figure out the problem, say there's a thermal radiation or something's coming off like a fire, it can deploy its own drone autonomously on a pre-programmed flight, go and assess and say, this is what's happening through a live feed. The kicker on this one is, we will not be doing the drones. That's the best part, because now we've created a universal housing station for all the other drones being created, much like cell phones that will change probably every month. So it has internal drone deployment capabilities and charging within it. The background of this innovation all came from New Braunfels, Texas, where we have rivers, where we have lakes. There is a remote access problem all the time if it floods or inclement weather. That's how this kind of came about. And you can kind of see here through the patent drawings, we have the IP secured. And the difference between this and a drone in a box is we're not putting something on the ground where it could be tampered with, flood, or, honestly, there's a lot of stuff that goes around that, such as concrete pads and fencing. This is just going to tie right into the infrastructure we already have. So I'm not going to go through all the little details, but the IP is the fun part of it. And the industry focus, we know already it's going to be what we call triple use. There is a defense and security aspect, absolutely. There is the public safety aspect of it. We know the first checks are coming in from public safety. The big checks will be from the defense. But we've also included in our IP, space application. That was a real interesting one when we got to meet with all the CEOs recently at Space and Capital Factory. Once we told them what we were doing, it kind of raised some eyebrows, and I got on people's radars. I'm not sure for a good reason. Industry snapshot, that's kind of one I went over. The traction, I did meet with New Braunfels Fire Department. We gave them the rough idea, showed them a model I made from Home Depot and Amazon. And then we showed them some of the drawings and the capabilities for the prompt flows for the technology. At the end of the conversation, they said, how many can we buy and when? And I was like, whoa, haven't even made one yet, just wait. So that's kind of the fun part of it. We're getting to integrate this for the pilot program that's going to be coming up. We're going to be seeking pre-seed investors to allow us to go through the prototype to a pilot program, which the city of New Braunfels has already accepted. So there's our letter of interest. We're raising, technically, we're going to shoot for $500K. That's going to get us through the pilot program. If somebody's interested in doing more or less, please approach me. I'm right over here. And just in case you did want, I did know this was South by. It's the start of it. I've got Hangover Alka-Seltzer right over here. Please grab some. Take it with you. It's got a business card for fun. There's also a flyer. And if you want to look up more, look up galeproject.com. We're going to be moving quite a bit lately. I think I'm going to be talking 3 more times in the next 7 days, so please find me somewhere. I'd love to hear your opinion, even if it's negative, because it only helps me. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you, Jay. Awesome. Great applications. And then next we have Larry from Wealthy Wise. Let me pull up Larry's pitch deck while he comes up here. Yep.
This will be quick also, and I only need 2 of these slides right here. So my name is Larry Combs. This is my co-founding member of the company, Manny. So basically, I'll start off with a story. In 1965, at the age of 41, Lee Kuan Yew stood in a room like this, in front of a crowd, just like yourself, and he cried. Why? Because Singapore was being expelled from Malaysia. And at that time, that was his lifelong vision to have an alliance with Malaysia at that time. But less than 50 years later, Singapore became one of the wealthiest countries in the world due to economic education, financial literacy, and a different other political, frameworks, so to speak. And that got me thinking, why can't we do that here in America? So right now, the total US consumer debt is at $18 trillion. Total US credit card debt is at $1.21 billion. I know that's not all me, but a lot of it is. And then the total average US individual debt is at $105,000. So what we created was a platform called WealthyWise. It's basically like a personal financial management tool that does financial forecasting for you. So instead of you worrying about what your finances is going to look like down the road, like a year down the road, 5 years down the road, or 10 years down the road, this will basically help you do that and manage that for you so you can follow that trajectory. It's kind of like a weather app for your finances. You don't check the weather for yesterday's weather. You check the weather for what is going to be today. You check the weather for what is going to be like this week, and you check the weather for what is going to be on your vacation. So basically, same thing here. And then, Manny, you can talk about our go-to-market strategy.
Right, so I had the wonderful chance to meet Larry not too long ago, right? And we spoke about some of his marketing ideas at the time, right? And he talked about wanting to reach out to universities, financial institutions, and military installations, right? As a relatively recent college grad myself, I actually kind of talked him into targeting universities a little bit more. I don't want to take all the credit for that, obviously, but university students, right, they have a lot of debt. I had a lot of debt, right? I had a lot of credit card debt at the time. I still have student loans that I'm paying off. And a lot of times that debt is really, really scary, right? Just managing finances as somebody that's 18, 19, 20, 21 is really scary. And so as somebody that comes from education, and again, just being a recent grad, I have brothers that are in college, right? I wanted to work with Larry to see how we could bring this to university students. And so our current go-to marketing strategy, it's very boots on the ground. We want to reach out to student organizations and form partnerships with them, right? Like our first few partnerships will probably just be free, right? We'll give them access to the premium features of the app and kind of work with them, do financial literacy workshops, right? So it's not just, hey, download our app. It's how can we help you really just set yourself up for your future, right? And sort of bridge that gap and break through those barriers for a lot of students, right? Especially when you're looking at first generation college students. And yeah, that's what we got going on.
It's online. Also right now, it's already available in the iOS and Android app store, so if you want to download it, and that's it.
Thank you. Financial wisdom is always great to have. So, WealthyWise, there it is. And then last but not the least, we have Mend Audio. All right. We have Nirman, I think.
Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for having me, and to the hosts and some incredible talent and ideas. Good luck with all of that. Don't stop, no matter what they say. So what I have here is a DC battery pack for guitar pedals. And I came to the idea because I play music myself, and I had trouble kind of before and after the show, like stretching the wires. and then also getting noise from different plugs. So this is common for people who play music, like in different venues, or based on where you are, you will have some noise or crackles in your kind of audio path. And so I built this device, what it's called the Mend Audio Giga. So it's basically 9-volt device, and it's built for guitar pedals. It can deliver 1200 milliamps or 1.2 amps when fully charged, and it's got about 22 watt-hours of energy capacity. It's pretty good device for like an amateur or hobby musician. Like you can power 12 pedals at once, you know, so like it can take a lot. And originally I built this for myself. Then my bandmates loved it, and then like a lot of people in Austin liked it, and then I kind of took it to NAMM last year, get to meet a professional musician called Dave Linsk from this band called Overkill. He was very impressed, but he was going on a South American tour, and he told me about his problem. There's always noise, and he had to put gate in front and after the amp. And I'm sorry, gate is like some sort of a effect where you just kind of shut off the channel so you don't hear the noise. But when you play guitar, you want to have that natural feeling. Long story short, I devised I'm going to send this around so you can see. I designed this battery pack for him that he took worldwide. So I kind of over-engineered it, but he took this. This is like a replica of his battery pack, and I also have a replica of his pedal board that he used on this worldwide tour. And I think they traveled like, I don't know, I might be wrong, but 70, 80,000 miles all around the world. And probably around 500,000 people saw the shows. So that was like a huge success. Of course, nobody knows that, you know, he was powered by the battery pack. Of course, I put it on the Instagram and stuff like that. But it's the first professional musician in history to be fully independent running from battery packs. Now, this battery pack has 3 kind of energy channels, and one is 3 amps, one is 2 amps, one is 1 amp. So that means it can deliver a lot of juice. But it's clean power that after working on 4 different hardware designs, then I kind of used the technology that it's in automotive industry. So which means what is called the DC to DC boost converter. It's very high quality. So very proud of this, and you guys can see the demo over there. I have that replica of the pedal board. For this year at NAMM, I went there as well and kind of took it to the next step and built like a 5 amp device as well as the 2 amp device. That there's kind of miniaturized version of this. So by the way, this is the logo of the company, and it's called Mend Audio. It's kind of basically means like help audio or help musicians. But the bottom line is like how to achieve independent, clean power that it's also rechargeable. These, I use top-of-the-line cells with full safety, so my devices cannot go into thermal runaway, they cannot explode. You can carry like 10 of these on an airplane, that's what he did. These are all built here in Austin, some of them also in Dallas. I wanted to have a hardware device that is built in the USA. So for me, that's a big accomplishment, thank you. And I'm hoping to get like some, I don't know, investors or help with branding and marketing, kind of to take it to the next stage. There's about 150 devices worldwide on 3 continents. And people who have it, like some of them, you know, most of them bought it, but also I kind of gave some of them during the trade shows and stuff. And they love it, like I get great feedback. People love this flexibility of being able just to like turn on the power and play anywhere. And then once you're done, you just kind of turn it off. You don't have to worry about cables, wrapping and unwrapping. And it's very, very convenient. Also, it's clean power, so in a studio, guitar sounds better, pedals sound better. So I got a lot of great feedback. Additionally, it runs cold, so people are surprised, like how can this be a power supply and it's running cold, you know? But there's no software, there's no firmware, this is pure hardware design. My background, I have a double-E degree from '98 from Lamar University in Beaumont, and then I went to University of Miami for music engineering, And then I worked in industry for big companies and small companies and everything in between. Recently, I came back kind of to the industry. Now I'm at HP, but I have this kind of still startup and going. I'm very proud of my achievements, and I'm going to kind of keep on doing it. I think that people love it, people who got exposed. And real quick before I kind of finish, I just want to show you. So I took it kind of to the next step, and I designed the AC generator. So this is actually 125 watt hour AC generator device that you can power any amp, you can power a DJ set, you can power keyboards, you can power monitors. And so in future, this is all what you might need to play anywhere. Now, this could power medical grade devices. This could be a backup during storm. Inside there's the industrial quality converter that it's quite expensive, but you know, the rest of it, it's my own design, proprietary, where each cell has and I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that these LEDs, they tell you how much energy is left so how much power you have left, you know. And there's 8 cells here, and each cell gets its own charging circuit during the charge cycle, and that ensures full safety and full kind of operational quality for these lithium-ion batteries to work the longest possible. And also this device runs cold, which is quite unusual. But then again, there's no software, firmware, no login, no nothing, just like instant power anywhere you need it to. I took these systems to NAMM and jammed like at different places outside, and people were really kind of impressed by the quality of the sound because of the quiet noise floor and great sounding speakers. So yeah, there you go. I'm looking for, as I mentioned, investors or advisors that can help me with branding and marketing. You know, I mostly invested into this company from my own kind of savings, and then I ran out of the budget for branding and marketing, but I have a lot of materials to keep on building devices. I also got an offer to do distribution in Spain, but it's kind of difficult to ship lithium-ion based devices. There's a lot of cost related to that. But you know, slowly I'm looking forward to overcome these problems with the kind of final, my goal is to help musicians achieve their ultimate setup and have like portable energy and be able to play anywhere. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll be in the corner over there.
Thank you, Nirmur. I think 2 years back when you came in, you were just having that first iteration of it, and great to see that you know, you're growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you. Do we have anyone from Adriel, Xperia House? I think those are the 2 ones that got left. Or ShipSense. Anyone from ShipSense? No? Okay. All right. So with that said, before we let you go and meet these founders, I'll also put up this QR code for those that are you know, looking to get a free license from JetBrains. Just you know, fill the form with the QR code, and we'll do a raffle. I mean, almost in maybe half an hour. So with that said, the founders are all placed at their desks. Feel free to go to them. And again, just remember, talk to the founders, sign up to their services if you can, or buy their products and try it out. Give them feedback, positive, negative, constructive, and spread the word. So feel free to go meet the founders, and then we'll be closing at 8:30. So I'll do another announcement before I do the raffle anyway. But all right, thank you all. You can just go and talk to the founders now. All right. Attention, please. Attention, please. Attention, please. Attention, please. All right. So it's 8:15 right now. So we'll be winding down in 15 minutes. So please start slowly winding down your conversations. You can still have those conversations in the lobby. You can make those. You can actually exchange your contacts and still have those conversations beyond this scope of the event as well. But before we leave, I just want to do a quick. All right, let me see. A quick raffle today, and let's see who that winner is, and then we will start winding down, okay? So let's go. Let's pick a winner for today's raffle.
Got a winner!
James Andrew. Is James Andrew here? Oh, James. James is the winner. A round of applause for James. Congratulations. Yeah, I'll be sending you the, I have the email, so I'll be sending you the coupon code, and you can use any JetBrains product for a year. All right. Thank you, James. And slowly start winding down, please, so we can have the conversation, slowly wind it down, and by 8:30 we'll be closing.
Hello. Hello. Hi, everybody. Really quickly, if you parked in the parking garage and you need parking validation, so you pay only $8 instead of $1 billion, please come get a parking validation from me. Thank you.
Penn State, okay. I'm sorry, I messed up. And then Penn State for awesome. Okay, sure. So then, yes, I think that's a good use case that we can talk about, like raising funds. Yes, 100% happy to help.
More B2B deals, you can help me. You know, get a letter of intent. That's what I say we close this. I don't have any. I don't even have any live plans. That helps me raise funds more. So I can say, hey, I don't want to be here. I get easier to raise funds.
Yeah.
So you think that's where
I wish I have so many questions, but I like. Yeah. Like, what's the runway that you're looking at, and like, what is the whole regulation around it? So I have many questions, but yes, let's do that. Nice talking to you.
He's right. I like that. That works for me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 17 hours.
I'm from California.
On a Saturday and 17 hours on a Sunday, which are 34 total hours in 1 week. I'm traumatized. I can't even talk about it. Like, I swear to God. It's horrific. Screen.studio and they both suck. I don't recommend either one.
You don't like Street Studio? What's wrong with you?
Dude, they're just not. It's not easy. It's as good as it gets.
You just do your video and then you
It's not good enough. It shouldn't take me 34